What up, y'all? This is your boy, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo, and you're listening to the Entertainment Report for Wednesday, April 22nd, 2015, delivering some of the major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook or on Twitter, facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo, that's RAYMELO, or on Twitter at The Enter Report. You could also listen to the show anytime you want on iHeartRadio or iHeartRadio apps. Just search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Academy Award winner Ben Affleck has issued an apology and shed light on why he asked to have a slave-owning ancestor edited out on the PBS program Finding Your Roots. In a statement posted on Facebook Tuesday, Affleck gave his take on the request to scrub his ancestry, which was revealed in the WikiLeaks archive of a leaked conversation between Sony Entertainment chairman Michael Linton and the genealogy show's host and producer Henry Louis Skip Gates Jr. Affleck wrote, "I didn't want any television show about my family to include a guy who owned slaves. I was embarrassed. The very thought left a bad taste in my mouth." Affleck continued, "Skip decided what went into the show. I lobbied him in the same way I lobbied directors about what takes of mine I think they should use. This is the collaborative creative process." He also added, "Skip agreed with me on the slave owner, but made other choices I disagreed with. In the end, it's his show, and I knew that's going in. I'm proud to be his friend and proud to have participated." The email chain showed Gates and longtime friend Linton discussing a request from the star to remove part of his family history. Harvard scholar Gates said in the thread sent in July 2014, "For the first time, one of our guests has asked us to edit out something about one of his ancestors, the fact that he owned slaves." Linton advised Gates to, quote, "Take it out if no one knows, but if it gets out that you are editing the material based on this kind of sensitivity, then it gets tricky. Again, all things being equal, I would definitely take it out." But Gates worried that the censorship, quote, would be a violation of PBS's rules, actually even for Batman. The episode aired without any reference to Affleck's slave-owning ancestors. However, PBS announced Tuesday it would be investigating the matter. Less than 2 weeks after its debut, Netflix has renewed Marvel series Daredevil for Season 2. Season 2 of the superhero drama starring Charlie Cox will premiere in 2016. Doug Petrie and Marco Ramirez will serve as showrunners for Daredevil's second season. The duo worked closely with Stephen Knight and Drew Goddard on the show's first season. Knight shared on Twitter after the news broke, "Unfortunately, I won't be returning to #Daredevil due to a previous commitment in the feature world. More to come on that in the future." Ramirez, Petrie, Goddard, and Jep Loeb will serve as executive producers. The series follows the journey of Matt Murdock, played by Cox, who was blinded as a young boy but imbued with extraordinary senses, now fighting against injustice by day as a lawyer and by night as a superhero Daredevil in modern-day Hell's Kitchen, New York City. Eldon Heston, Deborah Ann Wool, Rosario Dawson, and Vincent D'Onofrio also star on the show, which is the first of a planned Marvel Netflix universe. Other superhero dramas set to premiere on Netflix over the next several years include A.K. Jessica Jones, starring Kristen Ritter, Luke Cage, starring Mike Colter, Iron Fist, and Defenders, a team-up featuring the four Marvel superheroes together for the first time. X-Men superhero Iceman to come out in the new comic. Bobby Iceman Drake comes out as gay in leaked panels for the next issue of All New X-Men. In the exchange between the teenage version of Drake and fellow mutant Jean Grey, Drake suggests that maybe he is bisexual. Grey, a telepath who has read his mind, says that is a possibility, but says, "But I think you're more full gay." Drake responds, "Yeah, I know." The images first appeared on 4chan, an image board website. Series author Michael Bendis seems to confirm the panel's authenticity in a tweet, which can be seen right now on Twitter. He tweeted, "I swear on my dogs, I want the issue to come out and just be no press, no sensational headlines, no leaks. Oh well." Sean Ashmore, who plays the character in X-Men, X-Men 2, X-Men Last Standing, and X-Men's Days of Future Past, celebrated the news by tweeting simply, "Congrats, Bobby." Iceman is one of the original X-Men, appearing in the very first issue of the comic in 1963. As his name suggests, he has the power to cryonescence, meaning he can create and manipulate water vapor in the air to create ice. CNN showed images of what appears to be reality star and former Olympic athlete Bruce Jenner wearing a striped dress. The photos obtained by the New York Daily News and broadcast by the cable news network on Tuesday were reportedly taken out of Jenner's Malibu home. In a panel discussion, anchor Don Lemon asked HuffPost Live host Mark Lamont Hill what Jenner's reported transgender revelation means for the transgender community and whether Jenner should be doing it on TV. Hill supported Jenner by using female pronouns she and her and said it's exciting for such a major celebrity figure to be transitioning publicly. Jenner's exclusive interview with ABC's Diane Sawyer, set for Friday, has been hotly anticipated, with little information known about what the father of E-stars Kylie and Kendall Jenner and stepfather of the Kardashian sisters will say. In a recent teaser clip, Jenner says, "My whole life has been getting me ready for this." The former Keeping Up with the Kardashian star also addresses family by saying, "Those are the only ones I'm concerned with. I can't let myself hurt them." The 2-hour exclusive Sawyer-Jenner interview airs Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on ABC. Paramount Pictures brought out the big guns for a CinemaCon presentation, by which we mean Tom Cruise, who took the stage to introduce a sizzle reel of action-packed footage from Mission Impossible Rogue Nation. The audience at Caesar's Palace was treated to a scene in which Cruise's shirtless super spy Ethan Hunt must escape a torturer known as the Bone Doctor with an assistance from Rebecca Ferguson, whose ultimate allegiance remains unclear. A whirlwind of hand-to-hand combat ensued in which bones are broken, faces are kicked, and necks are snapped before Hunt and his female accomplice are finally freed. Cruise then took the crowd behind the scenes of his death-defying plane stunt as seen in the film's first trailer. Cruise said, "I'm an aerobic pilot and thought I've always wanted to do this." Cruise, who had made to make an appointment with his eye doctor for a special pair of glasses to protect him from high-velocity winds. Cruise also said that those winds weren't the only danger. Also, he had to contend with low temperatures, birds, and fumes from the jet fuel. In all, Cruise and director Christopher McQuarrie, or McHugh as Cruise calls him, filmed the scene 8 times at 5,000 feet. Even the professional Cruise says he was always thinking of camera angles, keeping editing and performance in the back of his mind as he held on for dear life. Paramount's Rob Moore was also impressed with Cruise's commitment to realism, noting that, quote, "Most people's first reaction must be green screen or CGI, but he's really up there doing those things." Mission Impossible Rogue Nation opens July 31st. Paramount also showed off 12 minutes from Terminator Genisys, which finds Arnold Schwarzenegger returning alongside new franchise stars Emilia Clarke, Jai Courtney, and Jason Clarke. Terminator opens on July 1st. The studio also previewed its 2016 slate, which included the Will Ferrell-Mark Wahlberg comedy Daddy's Home, Michael Bay's 13 Hours, Adam McKay, The Big Short starring Brad Pitt, Christian Bale, and Ryan Gosling, Ben Stiller's Zoolander 2, Justin Lin's Star Trek 3, and a sequel to the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles that will feature beloved villains Bebop and Rocksteady. After John Stamos announced on Monday that Netflix has a 13-episode Full House reboot in the works, fans of the show immediately posed the question of whether the Olsen Twins would return to play the beloved Michelle Tanner. Funny or Die, the comedy website founded by Will Ferrell and Gary Sanchez Productions, took a stab at what a texting conversation between Candace Cameron Bure, who played DJ Tanner, and the Olsen Twins would look like if she tried to persuade them to be part of the revival. The writers make fun of Mary-Kate Olsen's older fiancé, Olivier Sarkowski, their alleged obsession with cigarettes, and their appearance on the Ellen DeGeneres show. Even the show's best one-liners, Have Mercy or How Rude, made a cameo on the fake texting conversation. According to Funny or Die, the Olsen Twins are too busy with their fashion line, The Row, and won't be returning to the Tanner household. In a related story, Full House star Lori Loughlin says she'd like to join the series revival in the works at Netflix, but only if the price is right. Loughlin said on Access Hollywood Live Tuesday morning, "I think we would all like to come back if the powers that be are fair to all of us." As of now, only Candace Cameron Bure, DJ, Jodie Sweetin, Stephanie, Andrea Barber, Kimmy Gibbler, and John Stamos' Uncle Jesse have made deals to join the 13-episode Netflix revival Fuller House, which would follow widow DJ as she raises her family at Kimmy's house, much the same her dad did in the original series. The Loughlins and producers Juan to kick off the series off with a reunion episode featuring the entire original cast. Netflix said in a statement that negotiations with the rest of the original cast, including Loughlin, who played Rebecca, Bob Saget, who played Danny Tanner, Dave Coulier, who played Joy Gladstone and Mary Kate, and Ashley Olsen, who jointly played the youngest daughter, Michelle, are ongoing. But Loughlin says the only way she'd come back is if the cast worked on favored nation contracts, which essentially means the terms of everyone's deals would be equally favored. Loughlin said, "We want to be there. We want to come back. It's up to the producers." After playing in the Super Bowl for the second year in a row, Seattle Seahawks quarterback Russell Wilson will host Nickelodeon's Kids' Choice Sports Awards on July 16th. The NFL player takes the reins from last year's host, Michael Strahan, who will continue to serve as executive producer for the second annual event at the UCLA's Pauley Pavilion in Los Angeles, which featured Hollywood stars, the world's best athletes, and plenty of slime. Guests on the 2015 Kids' Choice Awards includes David Beckham, Marshawn Lynch, Dwayne Wade, Tim Howard, Serena Williams, Kevin Durant, and Gabby Douglas. Wilson won more games in his first 3 seasons than any quarterback in the history of the league, and is first quarterback to start 2 Super Bowls in his first 3 seasons. In 2013, he led the league, or rather the Seahawks, to a Super Bowl victory against the Denver Broncos, but lost this year to the New England Patriots. He was also voted favorite newcomer at the 2014 Kids' Choice Sports Awards. Jeremy Clarkson is not banned from the BBC. He's just no longer a host of Top Gear. King Shillinglaw, controller of BBC Two and BBC Four, clarified on Wednesday. And as a matter of fact, his final scenes for the show will be screened later this year. Jeremy Shillinglaw explained to the BBC, "It's serious and unfortunate what happened, but there's no ban on Jeremy being on the BBC. It is a big deal what happened, and Jeremy, as any human being would, need some time." On previously shot footage of Clarkson airing, she states, "No way would I want the available material not to be seen by viewers. That said, there's not enough material to piece together the 3 remaining episodes of the series, which was yanked after Clarkson assaulted producer Olsen Twins in March. As a result of the reported 20-minute verbal assault and 30 seconds physical one, Clarkson was fired from the production. The outbursts allegedly occurred when Clarkson demanded steak and fries after a day of filming, but was told that the hotel in North Yorkshire, England, where the crew was staying, was no longer serving hot food. Moving forward, Shillinglaw is tasking with finding Clarkson's replacement, who many, including bookmakers, believe will be a woman. The current odds-on favorite is apparently Sue Perkins, host of BBC One's The Great British Bake Off. Shillinglaw, who said, "We'll definitely look at some women, but it's not a driving priority," said Shillinglaw, who described the search process as an open book. People magazine has named Sandra Bullock the world's most beautiful woman for 2015, and she thinks it's ridiculous. The Oscar winner said she laughed when she heard the news from People, the publication that released the annual ranking of pretty public faces. The 50-year-old actress said in an interview with the magazine, "No, really, I just said that's ridiculous." She also added, real beauty is quiet, especially in this town. It's just so hard not to say, "Oh, I need to look at that," she said. She also added, "No, be a good person, be a good mom, do a good job with the lunch, let someone cut in front of you who looks like they're in a bigger hurry. The people I find most beautiful are the ones who aren't trying." Bullock also explains that her primary preoccupation these days is not her appearance, but rather her 5-year-old son, Louis. She said, "I was putting Louis to bed and told him that even when I'm old and gray and more wrinkly than I am now, I'll still love him and want to tuck him in." She also added, "And he asked why I have wrinkles, and I said, well, I hope some of them are from laughing so much." And he touched my face and said, "You're not old, you're just happy." Bullock will lend her voice to a mom super villainous in the summer in the Despicable Me spin-off film Minions. And though she claims the top spot of the annual list, TV stars Laverne Cox and Taraji P. Henson were runners-up. Cox, who was recently named one of Time magazine's most influential people of 2015, will be also starring in a new legal drama pilot, Doubt, for CBS. Henson has been riding high this year ever since the premiere of her smash hit Fox show Empire. She has garnered critical acclaim for her role as the no-nonsense matriarch of the show, Cookie Lyon. Parks and Recreation action Aziz Ansari is top-lining a new comedy series on Netflix where he will reunite with some familiar faces. Co-creator Mike Shahir and co-executive producer Alan Yang are reteaming with the NBC star for the 10-episode straight-to-series order. Along with Ansari, the cast of the untitled comedy includes John Benjamin, Lena Waithe, Eric Wareham, Noah Wells, and Kelvin Yu. Ansari is a co-creator of the show, which is reportedly based on his life, and production is already underway in New York. Ansari has also appeared in This Is the End, 30 Minutes or Less, and I Love You Man. Having begun his career performing stand-up comedy in New York City, he recently went on tour for his stand-up show, Aziz Ansari Live, which sold 2 nights at Madison Square Garden. Gwyneth Paltrow and Chris Martin are officially uncoupling after the actors filed for divorce. Paltrow cited irreconcilable differences for the breakup of her marriage to the Coldplay frontman after more than 11 years of marriage. In her filing Monday, the actress writes that the couple separated in May 2013. Paltrow and Martin were married in December 2003 and have 2 children together. Paltrow is seeking joint custody. In March 2014, the pair announced they were separating and undergoing a process called conscious uncoupling. The announcement of Paltrow's lifestyle website Goop drew attention to the term. It was coined by Los Angeles therapist and author Catherine Woodward Thomas, who has created a 5-step conscious uncoupling online process. Paltrow won an Oscar for a role in Shakespeare in Love. Martin and his band Coldplay have won 6 Grammy Awards. The top 8 of Season 8 of The Voice were announced Tuesday, and fans once again had the opportunity to save one of the bottom 3 artists after they sang for one last chance. Before the first round of results were announced, Pharrell and his top 10 team members, Corin Hawthorne and Sawyer Fredericks, performed I Don't Wanna Be by Gavin DeGraw, proving that Team Blake isn't the only team that can do country. The first 2 artists through to next week's live show were Hawthorne and Blake Shelton's Corey Kent White. It's no surprise that Hawthorne advanced, as she had one of Tuesday night's best performances, singing a radio-ready rendition of Make It Rain by Ed Sheeran. White wasn't necessarily a standout on Tuesday's live show, but as the only country artist left in the competition, he'll likely continue to pull votes from fans of the genre. Keeping Team Pharrell completely intact, Fredericks was voted through next, along with Christina Aguilera's India Carney, another one of Tuesday's top performers. After a performance by Reba McEntire, the results continued. America voted to save Team Blake's Megan Lindsay and Team Christina's Kimberly Nicole. Both Lindsay and Nicole's top 8 future seemed certain after their stellar performance Tuesday night. Adam Levine performed with team members Joshua Davis and Dina Johnson to sing The Joker by the Steve Miller Band, which unfortunately highlighted how Team Adam is the weakest link in the top 10. In fact, both Davis and Johnson were in the bottom 3 last night, along with Team Christina's Rob Taylor. Hannah Kirby for Team Blake, which also remained intact, was the last artist to advance directly into the top 8, leaving Taylor, Davis, and Johnson to sing for the instant vote. Aguilera was shocked to see Taylor in the bottom 3. He definitely had consistently been one of the most impressive and well-rounded artists in the competition, so it's unclear exactly what is missing in the voters' eyes. Singing for the Save, he performed Sitting on the Dock of the Bay by Otis Redding, and while it wasn't quite as strong as his performance Tuesday night, it still was more enough to show that he deserved the spot in the top 8. Fittingly singing Helping Make It Through the Night, Johnson went next, and followed by Davis, who sang I Won't Back Down by Tom Petty. Both gave solid performances, but neither has had the consistency or momentum of Taylor. America, it seems, does not agree, as voters saved Davis instead of Taylor, which means Team Adams stayed in the competition, with Johnson as Levine's only shot at winning the whole thing. Former The Voice coaches Usher, Gwen Stefani, and CeeLo Green will return to set to help guide the artists in their next live performances. Galaxy Quest is in the works at Paramount Television. The DreamWorks film centered on the cast of a canceled space TV show who are accidentally sent to a spaceship and must save an alien nation. The film's scribe, Robert Gordon, is expected to write the TV version and executive produce with the film's director, Dean Parisot, producer Mark Johnson, and Johnson's producing partner, Melissa Bernstein. The film starred Tim Allen, Sigourney Weaver, Alan Rickman, Tony Shalhoub, Sam Rockwell, Daryl Mitchell, and Enrico Colantoni. Galaxy Quest is the latest movie to be adapted for the small screen. This pilot season, ABC has Uncle Buck, CBS has Rush Hour, and Fox has Minority Report. Paramount Television specifically has turned several of the studio's hit films into TV shows. School of Rock will debut on Nickelodeon later this year, and USA recently ordered a pilot for Shooter based on the Mark Wahlberg film. And finally, Spike released a preview of Terry Crews' performance of Run D.M.C. Sucker MC ahead on Thursday's episode of Lip Sync Battle, in which the Brooklyn Nine-Nine star goes up against Mike Tyson, former heavyweight champion of the world. Though Tyson proved himself a capable lip syncer in the preview of his performance of Salt and Pepper's 1986 hit, Push It, Crews appears to work the crowd into a frenzy with his mic skills, stage presence, and white Adidas, a Run DMC's signature style mark. Lip Sync Battle started off as a segment on The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon and quickly turned into an internet sensation. The gag really took off when a clip went viral of Emma Stone absolutely schooling the Fallon with rapid blues travel lyrics and a bombastic DJ Khaled ludicrous rap. Tyson vs. Crews debuts on April 23rd at 10 p.m. on Spike TV. And that is your entertainment report for Wednesday, April 22nd, 2015. I'm your host, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo. I'll be back tomorrow to deliver some of the major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook or on Twitter, facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo. That's RAYMELO, or on Twitter at The Enter Report. You can listen to the show anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to our page. Have a great day, everybody. I will see you again tomorrow. Bye.